What about this comet thing? Did they blow it with the comet? Did it fall into some kind of like fucking cavern or something?
No. There's just a shadow which is making it a little harder. They had to do a maneuver on top of the comet,
right? Because
the batteries are solar, so to recharge them, it has to hit the sun.
Right.
But they landed in a shadow. These dummies.
They had 10 years to figure out not to land it in a shadow.
Yeah. And then the guy had to apologize, the scientist, because he had girls on his fucking shirt.
Oh yeah, what was
I
that?
didn't see that. I couldn't.
I truly did not follow that story. I kind of saw it on Twitter yesterday. What happened? He had it. Go ahead. Sorry.
One of the geniuses who was responsible for putting this comment on this thing on the comment had fucking naked ladies or something on his shirt and was doing an interview. And it's a dumb shirt because it's just an awful shirt. But I mean, is that really the important thing to focus on? Who gives a fuck?
Where's the shirt? I got to see it now.
Yeah. I want to see it blown up. I saw a picture of it. I just didn't zoom in.
Oh, that's funny. And then he had a apology. Uh-oh. Apologize.
How bless you. Yes.
Thank you. I don't believe in covering my mouth, by the way.
No, it's obvious.
Sorry, I should have. I just didn't that time. Where's the shirt, Sam?
Come on, Sam, find the shirt. Scientist naked lady shirt. How hard is this? No one is worse at Google than you.
Say how the science is comparing with that from the Rosetta orbiter, but perhaps you'd like to give us a bit of an overview of how it's going to compare with the
just need something
with
right
the data
now.
that we collect from the
Google
orbiter.
scientist naked lady shirt.
Okay.
God, they make landing on a comet so boring. You see that set up there with the interview, the press conference? That looked like boring shit. All right, internet. That's the naked. Make it bigger. I don't see the naked ladies.
All over.
They're not naked.
They're just bikini babes. Who cares?
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Wait, they're just basically sexy, like cartoon girls in little bikinis.
Yeah, they're like porn shots, really, with with their stuff still on.
Can I say something about?
Oh wait, there's tits right there.
Where?
Right to the right of his right boob. That's boobies, right?
No, but they're fucking covered.
I don't see covered boobs from here.
They're covered.
There's no nipples on that shirt.
No, there's no nipples.
You sure,
on.
Sam?
Feminism
Not that I
really,
see.
really has nothing to complain about. If this is what feminists are focusing on, feminists have become shit. If this is what you're worried about, and you think that this somehow contributes to a culture of anything, you're just dopes.
He's a badass scientist. He's all tatted up, full sleeves, both arms.
Yeah, this guy's like a rock
Almost
star in the
naked
science
ladies
world. Yeah,
on his shirt. Where's the apology? So what do you have to say? I'm sorry for wearing my.
I didn't hear the apologies.
My kick-ass shirt.
Yeah, I'm sorry to all the feminists who love to complain about anything they can, and I am now on their radar. So I am sorry that I did something that offended these people who really think they're getting something done by complaining about this, but aren't. That's what he should have said.
Oh, is this the apology?
That's what we were looking at before. Yeah.
Matt, how is this? Maybe it's too early to really say how the science is comparing with that from the Rosetta orbiter, but perhaps you'd like to give us a bit of an overview of how it's going to compare with the data that we collect from the orbiter.
The shirt I wore this week, I made a big mistake and I offended many people, and I'm very sorry about this.
He's breaking down.
What the fuck is happening with men?
He's breaking down. Why?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with crying, but like, are you that? It's just a shirt with a bunch of tits. Who cares?
And how important is this scientist? What is he the main guy? Part of the team, Sam?
He's got to be part of the team, or he wouldn't. He has to
he's
be.
the main part of the team. I don't know if he's the guy, but I mean,
Jesus,
he's one of the top guys.
If you have a brain that could figure out 10 years in advance how to land on a fucking comet, then you shouldn't have to apologize for your almost naked lady shirt.
Yeah, maybe you're a little eccentric, or maybe you're just, who gives a fuck? It's such a non-important issue.
Do you understand they sat around 10 years ago and said, look, in 10 years, we have a window of opportunity where we think we could land something on a comet.
Yeah.
And then they figure it out. And then the big news is that he wore a silly shirt.
Yeah. Once again, feminism gets it wrong.
How pathetic is that?
What happened to feminists? Aren't you supposed to be like, fighting for things that mean something? Like, this is your idea of a fucking, and maybe it's not just the feminists, I shouldn't just say that, but this is your idea of getting shit done?
Didn't they burn their bras?
Exactly.
So what do you expect is left?
Yeah, the same ones who burn their bras are the same ones that want porn to be illegal and sex work to be illegal because they only want the stuff that they push forward as feminine strength to be heralded as strong.
The guy breaks down. 'Cause that becomes the story instead of this amazing thing he was able to figure out with a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
This amazing thing. How do you figure out?
That's in Britain too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a ricochet around the Earth twice, then around Mars, all this shit. And he has to talk about his dumb shirt.
If I was worried about landing something on a comet, people criticizing my shirt would be so far below anything on my radar.
I think you should be allowed to do a press conference completely naked if you accomplish that.
Well, he's a genius.
We're going to learn more about the shirt right now from Elise, it looks like, in Houston. Elise.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Elise.
Hey, do you guys hate Dallas?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's a terrible, terrible place. It's like everything bad about Texas, but nothing good about Texas.
I only learned this recently that there's a big time rivalry between you two cities.
Yeah.
I thought I knew there was maybe a little one, but it's pretty deep, I hear.
Well, and I'm originally from Fort Worth, so I get really upset if people say, like, oh, you're from Dallas, because they're not the same place.
Well, yes.
How do you feel?
I double hate Dallas.
How do you feel about Austin?
Austin's great to visit.
Okay. So what do you got on the shirt?
So it's hashtag shirtstorm on Twitter, first of all, which is ludicrous. But
Shirtstorm.
Yes.
Okay.
But his best female friend made it for him for his birthday and then said, hey, you should wear it for the comet landing because it's good luck. So he did. And now they're both getting, like, raked over the coals on Twitter for it.
But who cares what people say on Twitter? Meaning, like, it's not an important place of having a dialogue. Like, there's nothing that is coming towards him that's really, what is it, just a bunch of fucking social networking backlash? Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Some guy on a science magazine called The Verge, E-magazine, wrote a whole article about how it's derogatory to women, and that's the reason that STEM is such a hard place for women to work. It's bullshit.
Oh, so they're making that leap.
Yeah, what nonsense.
It's just a goofy
if you're
shirt.
you can't handle pinup girls, you have a problem.
Well, that's what the problem is. If you hang up a calendar now with a bikini girl, it's a hostile work environment. It's just, that's what female empowerment is. Like, you guys are better than that. That's what female strength is. Don't hang up a bikini calendar or don't wear a shirt with girls on it. Who cares?
Doesn't that just show in the end that you're weaker? Like, if I walked around an office, which we never really had to in our lives, thank God, and I saw some lady had some dumb male calendar up, I wouldn't. Who gives a fuck?
That's because you'd be in it.
But doesn't that show you're weaker, that you can't handle this stuff, that you have to go to HR and go, oh, there's a guy with a bikini calendar, I want it removed immediately?
Yeah, move it.
I don't understand their thought process in that. I think it shows that you're weaker and you need people to, take care of you.
I agree.
All right.
It frustrates me as a chick because I'm like, yeah, you make feminist books like idiots.
I think people should have pointed and laughed at the scientists for wearing that shirt because it's kind of,
well, if it's kind of made it.
It's
kind of hacky and it's ugly and all that. But to go after him because it basically says that he doesn't respect women is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's utter nonsense.
So, all right, Elise.
Bye. Have a good morning, guys.
I'm gonna go Team Houston. I'm going Team Houston right now.
Not me. I love Dallas.
Got to go Team Houston.
Fucking 9 people came in to see me in Houston. Fuck Houston.
Thanks, Elise. Okay, here we go. I didn't even realize we were going to do this story today, but it's ramping up. Mike in Rockland, go ahead.
How's it going, guys?
Hi, Mike.
Hey.
Yeah, so there was a major feminist that came out and said that this gentleman now deserves everything that he's getting in the media and that he should lose his job and that he deserves what he's getting because he wore that shirt. Somebody online came out and said that. So basically your argument is that because he's wearing, he deserves the abuse that he's getting. And he goes, isn't that everything that you fight for, that women who are raped aren't raped because of what they're wearing, that they don't deserve what they're getting because of they're wearing skimpy clothes?
Yeah, it's pure nonsense. It's complete and utter nonsense. The guy landed something on a comet. That should be the story here. Who gives a fuck what he wore?
Feminists have just become, maybe they've always been just hypersensitive babies who have no ability to see what should be ignored because of context.
Right.
Except for Clinton, because they liked Clinton, so they ignored the fact that he was getting his dick sucked by one of his underlings until they were finally pressured into making a statement, because of who he was. They shut up about that.
This guy is, he shouldn't be, crucified for a shirt that a female made.
Even if she didn't.
I bet you he didn't even think twice about the meaning of his shirt that day, except that I guess it's his favorite shirt or whatever.
Yeah, he's worried about something.
Landing on a comet.
Yeah, I want to Twitter with that hashtag. I didn't know about that.
It's called shirtstorm. Shirtstorm, right?
Yes.
Let me go to... Thank you, Mike. Let's go to John in North Carolina. John?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Listen, the feminists were fighting for the right here in Asheville, North Carolina, of all places, to walk around topless. They won that right. And now they don't like it when somebody wears a shirt with a nude woman on it or partially nude. But I guess it's if it's what they want nudity to be accepted as in the female form, then that's their new feminist movement.
You know what the problem with that thing is? We have that in New York where women could walk around topless. It's always the women with shitty tits that choose to do that.
Right.
We got a whole town full of old hippies. Come on.
It's never the ones you want to see walking around topless.
Exactly.
What the fuck is that about?
You have a good one.
All right. Let me get a female point of view from Canada. What the hell is Canada? No. Sorry. Hi, Lorraine. We love Canada. For real.
Well, I'm glad. I just wanted to say I agree the shirt's really irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. But there are some similarities here, what women have been facing, such as, look at Hillary Clinton. What's her hairdo? What's the suit she's wearing? Is she overweight? The prosecutor in the O.J. Simpson case, remember?
That's true.
All about what she looked like. Just a bit of a double standard, and I do agree we're focusing on the wrong thing here. I think the only thing important from the prospect of him being a lead scientist is if he came out and said, I don't think women can be scientists. I don't think they're up for the job.
Yeah,
Other than that,
you're right. It seems like they have a lot more pressure. Like they concentrate on their appearance and fair point. But Hillary Clinton. By the way, Hillary Clinton. I love this. Feminists saying she's such a strong, brilliant woman when all she did was stay with a guy that fucked everyone. Like if that was a conservative woman or someone else, people would be out of their minds attacking her for not leaving. Why don't you leave? Why don't you leave? But meanwhile, her husband's humiliating her, spilling cum all over the White House, and they're like, boy, she's a strong woman.
Right.
well, I don't think we can judge what people do in their own private lives. We don't know what they've said to each other. We don't know what they think. We don't know what she's done to him. I mean, that's just something I don't know if we can comment on. And secondly, I really do think of them as a business team. I think she may have had these plans well in advance and knew that if she stuck by them, this could be in the cards for her.
You're right, but you do know that if that was a different president and a different first lady or a different couple, right, feminists would be commenting on what they do in their private lives and saying that she should leave.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, again, I'm one of these people that thinks feminism that term has been used inappropriately. I just look at it as equal rights, equal pay for equal work, equal opportunity, where in the circumstances it makes sense. And that's all it really should be.
Okay.
Thank you, Lorraine.
All right, you're right.
I believe that women can be scientists.
I don't know about that.
I don't believe
your liberal dreck.
But I don't believe any woman on that guy's shirt could be a scientist. Right. They're too busy making sure there's no hair around their nipples.
Important stuff.
Very important stuff. Let's go to Stephanie in North Carolina.
Hey, so, if this guy can't wear the shirt, then Victoria's Secret shouldn't be able to fucking have their commercials on.
Well, they would love that too, believe me. The feminists would love that. If Victoria's Secret blew up and only was allowed to advertise fat girls, they would be very happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it's fucking stupid. And if women were fucking smart enough, or if there was women that were smart enough to be a fucking scientist, then they would be. I think it has no fucking nothing to do with whether it's a fucking penis or a fucking vagina.
Stop saying fucking.
It's ruining your point a little bit.
Exactly.
You can't pepper it with fucking.
Man, a fucking penis or a fucking vagina.
If you want people to listen to you, you got to tone that down a bit.
Matter of fact, this is a scientist I saw on one of my astronomy shows yesterday.
Yeah?
And she was talking about multiverses and how she believes that there's these really weird energy mountains in space, and that when one universe crossed over another universe, it left some kind of a cold trail, deep space. It's such an incomprehensible theory. She said there are only a few scientists really actually know what the fuck she's talking about.
Right.
But they said all of her theories have been proven correct. They found in a photograph the cold spot deep in the universe that she said would be there from one universe mixing with ours. So she knows what she's talking about. She's like revolutionizing the thinking on this.
Isn't it really cold out there to begin with, though?
Well, there's also a lot hotter than you think, too, in certain areas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because of the suns?
The stars are very, very heated.
Whoa.
And the center of galaxies are probably very, very heated.
Whoa.
There's a lot of hot stuff happening. What's happening with our sun? But I'll bet it's hot.
One more call on this. Let's say hi to Tommy in Brooklyn. Tommy.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Tom.
Getting off of the shirt thing, this probe actually landed where it was supposed to. The problem is that it bounced a mile into the air, and then it landed again in the shade.
It bounced a mile in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
The comet has such weak gravity, it couldn't hold it together before the unit could drill in and lock itself into the comet. So when it finally stopped and they put the drill bits in to hold it in, they're not in the area where the machine can get the solar energy from the sun.
Right.
So it already shut off. It's run out of power, and they'll never get back in touch with it unless it somehow starts getting energy from the sun. But right now it's there. They got a lot of good feedback from it and information, but now it's in idle mode.
Well, they had it. That's the mode I'm usually in. Because people worship me.
White wedding. Oh.
That was fun.
I went with Billy Idol.
And I went with people worship me because I'm an idol. It's pagan idolatry.
I thought it bounced a mile because they just used the wrong material.
Yeah, exactly. I told you don't put rubber on the bottom.
The one dumb thing they did.
Yeah. No, it was, I thought they fucked up. They repositioned it, didn't they?
They repositioned it, but it was only like 4 centimeters, so it wasn't enough to really do anything.
I heard they only had 64 hours to figure it all out, right? Was that true?
Yeah, and then the battery ran out, so it's powered down. It's in sleep mode until it can get more energy.
You don't know about Walt Disney's mother, but you know about this shit?
I'm sorry, I didn't know Disney was more important.
Ooh. Oh, this kid fires back.
Plus, this was in the paper on Sunday, so.
All right, Tommy, thank you for that. So it bounced a mile and then ended up in the shade.
How scary is it bouncing a mile in the air?
That's crazy.
And then just landing, I guess, settling down.